Hello again, it's me, Brett Fish, and this episode of Race with Me is specifically for any of you who own dogs. So this is quite an interesting one, I think, because a lot of what I'm going to speak about falls under general dog etiquette, and I'll relate later why race is a specific part of this. But many people who love dogs don't seem to understand that not everyone is like them. People that are like completely dog people often assume that other people are dog people, and there might be other people that hate dogs, other people that tolerate dogs, and some other people that like dogs but just don't like them as much as dog people. And so when my wife and I go walking in various spaces around Cape Town, we often come across dog people. And those people will often have their dogs off a leash, which in some places, or in a lot of places, is not legal anyway, but in places where it's legal to have your dog off a leash, and their dogs will run up to us and start sniffing us or doing whatever. Now, if you are a dog person, you need to, and you're out in public, you need to realize that, or anticipate that most people are not dog people, and so you cannot assume that other people will love your dogs coming up to them. Okay, my wife and I don't particularly like other people's dogs coming up to us, and so when they do, and you say something like, "Oh, don't worry, he's fine," or "He never does that," when he's clearly doing that right now, then you need to understand that your actions might be making someone else uncomfortable. Where this becomes a race with me concept is that dogs, for many black people, not all black people, but for many black people, dogs have an added element of negativity, because during apartheid days, dogs were trained to attack black people. A lot of dogs in the country have been trained to be racist, or have picked up the mindsets or attitudes and behaviors of their owners and have become racist. I don't think any dog is born racist, but there are dogs that are racist or seem to be racist. And so, and also I think there's a difference between the kind of dogs that we have as pets in particularly white suburbs and the kind of dogs that many people of color might be used to being around. There's just a different attitude and behavior to them. And so we need to understand that in many cases, if you have a dog, it is going to make a black person feel more uneasy than a white person. They might be fearful. And you have to assume that that is the case. You cannot just make a statement like, "Oh, it's okay, he's not going to bite you," or "He'll be fine," or "He never does this if he's barking at a black person." We need to be extra careful and extra sensitive, because there's this whole level of weight of racism and violence and fear that black people carry, trauma that black people carry with regards to dogs. And again, this isn't everyone. There are a lot of black people that love dogs. There are black dog owners, but there are many people that fear them. And so if you're a dog owner, you need to be completely, utterly, totally more sensitive when you are approaching people of color. If your dog is on a leash, pull him closer to you. Assume everyone else is scared of your dogs, and that it's not okay that you don't think they should be scared of them, or you think your dog's okay. People that don't know your dogs will assume the worst, and you need to help them by assuming that first, so that you don't make something that is a pet, something that is fun, something that is an amazing part of your life, something that hurts or scares or intimidates someone else. And this is just an area where, as white people, we need to be doubly alert, because in many cases, dogs have historically been a negative thing for black people and other people of color. And we just need to be super aware of that. But also, just as a white person, I would appreciate if you kept your dog away from me too. Unless I know your dog, unless I invite or welcome your dog, assume that I don't. And enjoy your dog, love your dog, but don't expect me to feel like I need to do the same.